What if I told you that over 2,000 years ago, a philosopher imagined a universe made of tiny, invisible particles way before we had microscopes or particle accelerators? This isn't a sci-fi movie. It's the story of Democritus, the ancient Greek thinker who proposed the atomic theory of reality. Stick around to find out how his brilliant idea changed the world. Born around 460 BCE in the city of Abdera, Democritus wasn't your typical stern-faced philosopher. In fact, he was known as the laughing philosopher because he always found reasons to be cheerful and amused by the world. He believed that happiness was the highest good in life. Unlike many of his peers who stayed in one place, Democritus was a world traveler. He journeyed through Egypt, Persia, and beyond, soaking up knowledge like a sponge. He wasn't just interested in abstract ideas. He was fascinated by the natural world and was determined to uncover its deepest secrets. This relentless curiosity led him to his most famous and radical idea, atomism. Democritus, along with his teacher Leucippus, proposed that everything in the universe is composed of indivisible, indestructible particles called atoms. These atoms, he believed, were infinite in number and shape, constantly moving through an infinite void. Everything we see and experience, from the stars in the sky to the rocks on the ground, and even our own thoughts and feelings, was simply the result of these atoms colliding, combining, and separating. This bold theory made him one of the very first materialist philosophers, arguing that reality is purely physical with no need for divine intervention. For centuries, his atomic theory was widely dismissed. Thinkers like Plato and Aristotle found it too speculative and unproven. However, Democritus's vision was incredibly ahead of its time. His materialism heavily influenced later philosophers like Epicurus, who built his own ethical system on the idea of an atomic universe. Fast forward to the scientific revolution and the Enlightenment, and his ideas were rediscovered and celebrated. Today, although our understanding of atoms is far more complex, modern scientists in fields like chemistry and particle physics still recognize Democritus as a true pioneer. He laid the conceptual groundwork for centuries of scientific discovery, proving that sometimes the greatest leaps forward begin with a daring leap of the imagination. So, from the smallest building blocks to the grandest cosmic structures, Democritus taught us to look for the simple principles underlying our complex reality. His cheerful spirit and boundless curiosity remind us that the pursuit of wisdom can be a joyful journey. He showed us that the most profound truths often start not with certainty but with a question, a spark of imagination, and maybe even a good laugh. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey back in time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more bite-sized philosophy. Let us know in the comments which philosopher you'd like to see next.